today's fast-paced world, we all have a million things on our to-do list but never seem to have enough time to get everything done. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just trying to stay on top of your personal life, being productive is crucial for achieving your goals and finding success. One thing I think a lot of people overlook is the environment they work in and how it affects your productivity. And as someone who works from home in my room, I thought I would try to build the most productive and motivating workspace possible for me. So let's just get into it. So here's the game plan. First off, I need to clean up my room a bit. I have tons of stuff that I don't use and I don't really know where to fit it. I also have this shelf where there's just tons of stuff and it is just like kind of put in there and doesn't really have a room, so I need to clean that up and find room for everything there. Then I need to figure out a place that I can store all my camera gear, as right now it is just kind of all over the place. I have a lens up on the shelf here and I have my gimbal in my bed right now because I don't really have room for it anywhere. So I need to figure out where to put them, maybe at a shelf where they can stand on, so it's all organized and I know where all my camera gear is at all times. And then I also want to get some more lights for the background here and just overall, because right now I have a lot of lights on my desk but the rest of the room isn't really lit up. So I do really want to get some more lights for the rest of the room, but also get some better lights for the background of this frame, so it is a bit more interesting for you guys when you watch my videos. And then lastly, I want to make my desk where I am working from, where I'm editing from, everything that I'm doing, I want to make it as efficient as possible and not as messy as it is right now. I do have a lot of plans right now, but I still want to keep the plans just to put them other places around the room. And then I want to make my desk a bit more clean and get rid of one of the screens since I'm not really using that. So let's take a look into it and start working on my workspace and YouTube studio and make it as optimized as possible. Alright, so I do think a lot of the reason why I don't think it's the perfect workspace right now is because of all the mess. So that's the first thing we're gonna do, and I do think I'm gonna take the hardest thing first, which is cleaning up this mess, because there's just tons of stuff there and I don't even know how much of it I can use. Yeah, I will just get into it and then we can figure out what we need to keep and what we need to get rid of. So I'm pretty much done like cleaning up the area over there, which is like the shelves, and I put in some of the stuff I think is gonna be in there. It isn't like organized and where I want it to be, but just put it over there. And definitely gonna add some lights over there because it is a bit dark inside of it, but I have these Godox lights here, which is gonna fit perfectly in there. I do need to make some kind of charging station, which is also gonna work as like charging all my batteries and stuff. So as I explained before, I have quite a few lights in my room, but a lot of them is kind of arranged around my desk, which is also nice when I'm at the desk, but the rest of the room isn't really lit up. So the next thing I'm gonna do is to reorganize some of the lights, and then I actually have a new light I'm gonna install, which I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do it, but we'll figure that out together, and then we can kind of see how it looks with all the lights around the room. Plus we can also see if it would look better on the camera with the YouTube setup that I am gonna make for me. So you can now see that this is probably how it is gonna turn out when I am done with it. The only problem right now is I don't have a power source that I can put up there, so they are gonna be powered. This is how it's gonna look. And I'm also gonna have my charging station in here so I can charge all my batteries for my camera and my drone when that arrives. This is how it's gonna look, and I think it looks pretty good. And the smart thing is that I can control the lights through my app here, so I can change it up if I want to. I can have the bottom one blue and the top one orange. I am probably gonna have them both orange in the beginning, but I can change it up whenever I want to. So that's a plus for these lights, and actually all the lights that I'm gonna have in the room is gonna be able to be controlled through an app in my phone, which I just really love, since I can just sit at my desk and control which light is going to be on and off. So it is actually the day after now, and we have installed some electricity over at the shelves where we installed the lights yesterday, so they are up and running now, and I can actually start using it as a charging station, but also just some lights and displaying all my camera gear, which in my opinion turned out really good. That is not all we got, because I've actually ordered 2 new things, and the first thing is this light strip, which I'm gonna mount around the table. So I have these mounting things I have to screw into the table, but it is gonna go all around the table, and it is 5 meters, so it should be long enough. And the second thing is these little sockets where I can put in stuff, and I can connect it to the Wi-Fi and connect it to my phone, so I can control stuff from my phone, which I wouldn't normally be able to control. So let's just get into installing the light strip. so as you can see now, it works, and it is just connected to some socket in underneath here, which is I'm gonna do my cable management at another time, because as you could see before, the cables are all over the place now, but it is gonna be clean, and you're not gonna be able to see any cables other than like one, which is the power up here. But the reason I choose this is I have connected it to my app, which is the same app as I use for all the other lights, except the ones in the shelf, which is connected to another app, but it doesn't really make that big of a difference. You can see I can change all the colors here as I go around. So yeah, next thing is to install the little socket so I can control the other light on my desk as well. This is the lamp that I want to control, which is just standing on my desk, and I can't really control anything else, but I just want to be able to control everything from this app that I'm gonna use it with as lights. I've now connected it on the app here, so I just press one button here and it turns on, which is really easy, to be honest. So definitely something that I'm really happy at, that I bought this one and then the light strip, so I can control all the lights that I have in my room through my app. This is the first prints I actually got printed out, and they've been hanging on my wall since I started out with my photography journey. And my original plan was to get a lot more of these kind of photos and then put them all the way on the wall here. But as I'm going more for a minimalistic look, and you can see that in the end when I'm done with everything, then I decided to get 3 new prints done. These are some of the favorite photos I took last year, and I couldn't have been happier with how they turned out. I really think it's gonna help complete the look of my workspace, plus it's also gonna help me stay motivated and never to give up on my dreams. I do have a few more things I need to do to complete my workspace. Right now I think my mouse pad here is a bit too dirty, it doesn't look clean, and I don't have anything for my keyboard, so that's kind of separated by itself. Other than that, I've had a really big problem with my phone running out of battery throughout the day, so I need to find a solution for that. So when a company called Statik reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try out their taskpad for my desk, and then also the 3-in-1 charger from my desk as well, so I can charge all my devices at the same time, I just couldn't say no. One thing that's really important for me and my job is that I have battery on all my devices throughout the whole day. When I'm editing and working out, I need my AirPods for audio, and my work really revolves about my phone, so I need to have battery on my phone at all times. And if you have an Apple Watch, you can also charge that on the 3-in-1 charger. They also sent me the taskpad, and this is one of the things that I'm really excited about by my desk, since I've wanted one of these for such a long time. This taskpad is big enough for both my keyboard and my mouse. The great thing about the taskpad is there is a wireless charger on the left of the pad, which means you can charge your phone, you can also charge your AirPods, you can charge everything that has a wireless charging in it. One of the great things about it is built into the taskpad is if I'm waiting for a call or a really important message, I have my phone right next to me while it is charging, so it's not running out of battery at all. And then I just overall think it looks really sleek and fits into my minimalistic look really well, so these two devices really fit perfect for my workspace. And I do think it's gonna make my day and my workflow just a bit better and easier. So a big thank you to Statik for sponsoring this video. So now we only have one thing left to do, and that is to remove some of the plants from my desk and put it somewhere else in the room, since I do think there is a bit too many plants on my desk and they could be kind of arranged throughout the room a bit better. Alright, so first of all, let's take this one and then we can put it here. This is kind of dead, but I'm trying to revive it. And then let's take this one, this is plastic, and then put it up here. So now we just have a bit more green stuff over here, which is perfect. So what do you think? I think personally it turned out real good. Not only do I think it looks great on camera for when I'm filming videos, but it's also a workspace that will keep motivating to push forward for my dreams. I overall think that a lot of people neglect how important and how precious it can be to have a workspace that will keep motivating you and pushing you towards your goals. And before making this video, I did have a pretty good workspace in my opinion. I did some things that would kind of make my mood better throughout the day. So I bought some plants to get some life into my room. I moved my desk closer to the window so I would get more sunlight throughout the day. But I just overall felt that there was so much more I could do to this room to make it really my own and to make sure that I stay productive in it. So next time you're setting up your room or an office, I would highly recommend to think about the things you put into the office or the room to make sure that you don't get distracted too much. Plus, I would highly recommend getting some personal stuff and bring some life into the room, like the prints that I got done that will keep reminding me to keep pushing towards my goals. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, I would really appreciate if you would leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to my channel. I will start to try to post weekly and come up with both filmmaking but also self-development stuff. So, I'll see you in the next one.